Good morning, manifestors. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting, and I have
Good morning, it's Stacey.
Stacey from Spirit and You. We are at the Lloydminster craft show. This is day 3, so we're filming this a day early. And Stacey and I have been talking about doing this vlog for a while, and it's kind of based on vendor etiquette, some do's and don'ts, and also some key manifesting points on what you do if you have any rituals. And I'm going to share some of my kind of weird rituals that I do before markets. It's not weird, actually, it's fun. It's something I do, and it always like really gets me excited for the day. So let's jump in. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is vendor etiquette. Parking. It's okay to park in front of the building when you are offloading your stuff, and then move your vehicle and save your space for customers that come, especially if you're in a smaller venue where parking is a bit limited. That's a really important one.
Yeah, because if people drive by and they see the parking lot full, one of two things are happening. They're going to say, oh, this is a great market, I'm going to go in, or that's too busy, I'm not walking that far.
And especially for elderly people or people with physical challenges, you want to just leave the parking for the customers. That's a really big one. Stay off your phone.
As we're doing this.
But the market doesn't open yet, so we just came in early and stuck into Stacey's booth so we could do this. But stay off your phone. That's a really big one. I know a couple of organizers who are really sticky about that. If you are on your phone and they're walking by and they see you doing that and not engaging with customers, there's a chance you might not get invited back. So that's a really big one. You want to stay present, you want to be engaged, so stay off your phone. Never leave a market early.
Oh my God.
Cannot stress this one enough. In fact, I made a huge sale at a market last year, literally like 4 minutes before the market closed. So it's a real thing. Don't start packing up early. And I have been guilty of that a bit, maybe just kind of taking some things down. But it's really important to leave your booth exactly the way it is right until it's time to pack up. So,
yeah, like keeping things tidy is one thing, so it's easy to grab things as you go to put them away.
Yep.
But as soon as it looks like it's dismantled, people will just walk by you. They will not stop because they figure you don't care.
Or you're a bit too busy.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So another one that is really dangerous is gossip. It is perfect to get to know your neighbors, help each other, work together, kind of look after each other's booth when you go to the bathroom, but gossip is never a good thing. It doesn't matter what you see, what's going on. You just don't talk about other vendors. You don't talk about the organizer. If you're going to do anything, make sure it's positive.
Yep.
Or just don't.
And don't talk to your customers about other vendors. Don't badmouth other vendors to your customers. That's a really bad one. I've seen that happen before, and it's not classy, number one, and your customers really don't want to hear that. So if somebody comes up, to your booth and they're looking for something in particular, and you tell them, don't go over there and buy something, or she does this, or she does. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good. That's not good karma for you, and it's not good.
It's not a good look.
No, it's just not a good look, kind of.
If anything, you could suggest, and I know lots of us do this, you could suggest another booth that might have it.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It looks good, when you share information about other booths, other people that's in a positive, it always comes back. So why wouldn't you?
And we're all a team. I mean, we're all vendors at the same place. We're all a team. We all need to work together. It's really important to get to know your neighbors too. Really, really important. I always immediately make friends with my neighbors as soon as I get to a market.
Especially when you work alone.
Oh yeah, when you're by yourself. And we are at this market. This is the biggest Christmas craft show in the Lloydminster and surrounding area. So I think so far in the 2 days, there's been over 20,000 people come through. Was what I heard. We don't know the final numbers till next week, but you don't always have time to go pee or leave your booth or grab something to eat, or if you smoke, whatever. So when you get to know your neighbors, you can be like, can you watch my booth for a minute? You know, and vice versa. You can do the same for them. That's a really important one.
And you usually get like a block of 4 around you that will happen with.
Yeah.
And it's very cool. And it's not like they're going to do your business. They're just going to tell people that, you know, they just stepped out to go to the washroom. They'll be right back.
Yeah,
and so
for
they'll
sure.
communicate with them until you get back, or they'll come back to you. So.
And make a little sign. If you just have to run to the bathroom quick, just put a little sign up, back in 5 minutes. So at least, you know, they know that you haven't just disappeared. And same with like going off and talking to other vendors too, and leaving your booth. Like leave your booth manned at all times, regardless if you have a sign, if you've got a neighbor watching it, whatever. That's
keep
really
an eye
important.
on it.
Yeah.
But talking about vendors, help your vendors. Like sometimes you can get somebody that's new beside you and they might struggle a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say jump in and tell them what to do, but if they're open to some advice, like help them.
Yeah.
Like
That's
help
a
them
real
put their
big one.
tablecloth out. Help them set their table up if they need a hand. Because you're in this together.
Help them set their tent up.
Tents are a big thing. Nobody wants to do it by themselves, and
I can't. I always need help. So
they're
yeah.
overwhelming if
Yeah.
you don't know. Once you do it a couple times, you're good.
But yeah, that's getting to know your neighbors is a really big one. In fact, I went to the bathroom quick yesterday and I told my neighbor, I said, I have a sign up. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And by the time I got back, she had made a sale for me. So, I mean, that's awesome, right? I absolutely love that. So, engage with your customers. Honestly, ask them questions. Listen to, you know, what their needs are, especially if they're lingering at your booth, it's for a reason.
Yeah, they want to know something.
And especially in a place like this, because there are, how many vendors would you say are here?
Oh my God, I just looked at the sheet. I didn't count them, but there's like 4 or 5 different pavilions where there are vendors set up. Like,
I want to say 400, 300. I don't know. It's a lot. Like it takes hours to walk through this whole thing. So have conversations with your customers and, you know, kind of feel out their needs of what they're looking for and just engage with them. A smile goes a long way. How are you? You know, that kind of thing, and have some conversations with people. It's a lot of fun. I'm a talker. I absolutely love to do that. So
no.
Not me.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
I know, but you can say like hello, and they'll say hi and scurry away, or they'll go, hi, how are you? And then you know they want to know more about your product.
Yeah.
And you can start out easy. It's like, oh, have you heard of blah, blah, blah? Do you know what it does?
Yeah.
And they'll either
Explain
yes or
your
no.
stuff,
You
yeah.
know, like any opportunity to talk about what you do is gold.
Fantastic. And who doesn't love to talk about what they do?
Yeah.
I know I do. Make eye contact. Big one. Don't be talking to someone and then looking up over here and kind of looking away. And honestly, when I'm talking to someone and they do that to me, nothing disinterests me more and makes me want to walk away from a vendor who's selling something when they're trying to talk to me and looking somewhere else, not being present. So,
But some people are really introverted and shy, so it's really hard. But it's something to think about, something to work on.
work on it. Exactly.
On it. Yeah, be aware of it.
Yeah, so offer to help. We got that
Yeah.
one too. Supporting other vendors with their products. I love to, so for the 3 days that I've been here, I come early to do my shopping because I don't get a chance to do it otherwise. And I get to talk to some vendors. I love to buy stuff off of vendors. I think we should all support each other. I typically offer 10% off my products as a vendor discount. Not everybody does that, and that's fine. I like to do that though. And I like to tell other vendors that I do that because it does bring me business. But if they want something from my booth, and they get a little discount on it. So that's always nice.
It's funny, the booth beside me, they have towels and the price is off to the side, you don't see it. And so people think it's mine and they'll ask how much it is. I'm like, so I tell them, right? Because I've heard them say it enough times.
Yeah.
Because the girls are busy.
See,
And,
that's so
and
nice.
it's such an easy thing to do.
Yep.
And then they stop here on their way by because now I'm friendly.
Yeah. recommend stuff from other vendors. I have some vendor friends here, Prairie CNC. I know you'll be watching this on Monday, but they told me about a tincture that they take, this 9 mushroom tincture from Untamed. Hope you're watching this too, because I know you started following my page. And I told Stacey, so we all went and bought a bunch.
Yeah.
And I took it first thing this morning. It's amazing. I took it yesterday too. So. just recommending other things that you've used from vendors before that works or that you like. I think when we're friends and we talk about stuff that other vendors do, that we trust our friends. We trust that they're gonna tell us about something great that maybe we should try. So that's a really big one too.
Money. Let's talk about money. So that's like why we're here, to get our name out there, get our product out there, fill a need, and collect money. So keep your money put away. Like if you need to count it underneath your table, in your car later, like be discreet. Nobody needs to see that flashing around.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, and it's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I didn't even think about the dangerous part of it, but I know that like sitting there counting your money at your table or something like that, I know that's just not a good look. No. But yeah, you don't know who's watching, and especially in a place like this where there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people, you can't keep your eye on everybody all the time, right? So that's a good one. And
and keep it not right on your table. Like for the most part, I would say like 99.9 people are safe. They're friendly. Yeah. But there's always that one element that, if they get an opportunity, a crime of opportunity, so to speak, they'll reach across and grab your money box. So keep it, out of reach or on your body, under your table, whatever you're comfortable and is easy for you to work with, but just be aware of it.
Yeah. So a fun one I want to talk about. I do a market ritual before every market. And this started because last year I was actually talking with someone, I think it might have been Leah, like Mystic Mana, about bracelets and which hands to wear which bracelets on. So this hand, my right hand, I have amethyst and obsidian, so all the protection stones, because there's a lot of energies at these markets, right? So you just want to kind of stay grounded. This hand, I have abundance, so I always wear those. I always wear my feather earrings, the same ones. They're getting really ratty. I always wear those. I always tap and pay myself $20 on my square as soon as I get in. So that's another one I do. There was one more I do, and I can't remember what it was. Anyway, but I do those three things religiously before every market. So the reason I still do them is because when I did them the first time, I had the best market that I'd had since I've been a vendor. So I was like, okay, well, this is working. We're just going to keep doing this. So now I do it all the time. There was one more thing I wanted to, if you're setting a financial goal, sometimes that's hard to do at a smaller market, or maybe a market you've never been to before, a market that's new. I've been to this market before, so I knew that I could safely and effectively set a financial goal for myself, and I've done that. So I wrote out a blank check from the universe to myself of what I wanted to make this weekend. I kept track of it daily, and it's just a good way to do that. I actually wrote down everything that I wanted to spend my money on that I earned this weekend, because most of you know actually that I'm starting school. So I literally paid for the rest of my school last night. So that was super, super exciting. But that was one thing that I wanted to do. So in just writing this list down of things that you want to accomplish with what you make at a market.
But sometimes you can help get that goal outside of the market.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get a bonus that was unexpected.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Are you talking about the casino?
Yes, we went for dinner last night, and we thought, well, we'll play some penny machines. And of course, Paula said, I don't know what it's doing. It makes noise. I do this number.
Not a gambler.
But it's fun. So she's hitting buttons, and it just starts blowing up. Every machine she played. And then the last one, it paid off really well. It was fun. Like, it just kept going and going and going. And then when it quit, she's like, okay, I'm done. It was perfect.
Cash out. Let's go home.
That's exactly how it works.
And it was kind of, it was just kind of a day yesterday where
good things happened.
Everything good happened. Like, just all day long. I just got good news after good news after good news.
Oh, so, at dinner, yeah.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
Yeah, you had a great day.
Yeah, it was, and it's been like that all weekend. And I'm just really keeping my energy up and staying positive. And I'm telling you, I've had the most amazing conversations with strangers that.
Yeah, the weather's beautiful, so everybody's
here.
So you're meeting people that may not have come.
Yeah. This market is really affected by the weather because if the roads are bad, I mean, we have people coming from North Battleford, Cold Lake, Wainwright, Vermilion. People from Edmonton come here. And if the roads are bad, they don't. So when the weather's beautiful, man, everybody comes. It's such a great, wonderful, awesome market.
And they feel good because then they stop and they chat. Like, they have time. They're not in a hurry to get home before dark. They're not in a hurry because of the snow. They can stop and visit. And it's great.
Talk about what you had said yesterday about the people coming to purchase the witch balls.
Oh, I had the coolest thing happen.
Really
and this is the first time. So I had people up and they would look at the balls. Oh, these are pretty. This is cute. And they'd be drawn to the pretty one. But then they'd be drawn to a different one. Mm-hmm. And the first time it was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And the third time I like, this is really cool. The balls are choosing their people. That has never happened before. So now I watch for it, and it's funny because one lady, it happened to a lady after I recognized it, and she goes, I kind of want this ball. And I'm like, okay. So I grabbed it, told her what it was meant, and she made this weird face, and then her friend went, it's perfect.
I love that.
I was like, wow, that is just so cool. So yeah, that was an exciting thing for me to have happen.
And to be transparent, Stacey is probably the only witchy vendor here that sells witch balls and witch bells.
Yeah. And tarot readings.
So, and witchy has always got such a weird connotation to it, but spiritual person, I suppose, right? So, she's educating, she's talking to people, and just kind of showing some intuitive stuff with the balls, and it's honestly been such a cool weekend.
It is so cool. Like for me, my manifesting goal for markets is to get my business out there. Yeah. So when they take cards, that means they're interested. They're going to check me out on Facebook, and when I get a bunch of new followers, that's encouraging for me.
Right?
I love that.
That's so cool. And let's talk about when maybe you don't do so well financially to market. What is your takeaway? So if you didn't meet your goal, if it happens sometimes, by the way, and it's nothing to do with you or what you're selling.
That right there.
You just might not be at the market where people are looking for what you're selling. It happens all the time, and it happens to all of us.
Yep.
So when that happens, what is your actual takeaway from the market? It could be a conversation. It could be an opportunity. It could be a business opportunity. And, we lose sight of that a lot when we are so focused on the money. So, the money's great, don't get me wrong, but when it's not coming, we get very focused on that, and it's really hard to not get your energy back up. So just really try and remember what your takeaways are.
The other thing with that too is you can look at what people are buying when they're walking by. Are they carrying lots of bags? Are they all carrying the same thing? Pay attention to that, because they'll walk by 3 or 4 booths and then stop. Like, I'm right beside Santa. They're kind of trapped here. It's perfect.
You have the best booth. There's people lined up here all the time, so she always has traffic. And what a great opportunity to
just
chat to people when they're waiting in line with their kids to see Santa. So
so pay attention to what's going on around you, because it is so easy to get discouraged if you don't meet your goals. But saying that, look at what you could learn from what you did.
Yeah.
So it's not always about you. It could just be the event itself.
Yeah. And you learn a lot about yourself at different markets. I think that, and you really have to read the room. You have to, cater to a lot of specific people in specific towns as well, right? So there's some towns that are very open to spiritual things and having meaningful conversations, and there's some towns that aren't. There are some people that aren't. They just want to get in, get out, get their stuff. They don't want to talk to you. So just important to read the room as well. But that is our vlog for today. We are honestly having such a good time.
It is so fun.
It is such a great market.
Well laid out, well organized.
Really well organized.
The people here are incredible.
All the vendors are super kind, super nice. Everybody's willing to chat and share tips and tricks, and it's amazing. So if you have any market do's and don'ts for either vendors, organizers, anything like that,
or customers,
yes,
as a customer, what's your take on it?
the most important.
Yeah.
Drop a comment below, because we would love to hear about that. And I think it's important that we, as vendors too, and customers, that we all talk about our experiences at these markets and what we can do better.
Yep.
We always want to do better. We always want to, bring in more people and have these conversations and make these sales. So
We all win.
we all win. Yay! Have an amazing Monday, everybody. It is Sunday,
Yes.
but I'm going to be dog-ass tired tomorrow morning, so I'm doing this today. But have an amazing, amazing Monday and a great rest of your week. And if nobody tells you, I love you. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.